Welcome back to KM6LYW Radio, the show about amateur radio or ham radio, reimagining radio in the information age. Orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, a new modem, Mercury HF. We're going to do a Winlink email. There are Mercury HF Winlink email servers out there on HF. Let's do one today here at this time on KM6 LYW Radio. I don't know where to stop on that. Hey, let's do this. Let's send an email using Mercury HF by the guys from Rhizomatica. Yep, we are going to send email over the Mercury HF protocol. This is live, guys. We've got real servers running Mercury. It's kind of a hack on DigiPi right now, but hey, this is where it's at. So github.com/Rhizomatica/Mercury. Go ahead and say, get the code here, copy the clipboard, DigiPi. I'm going to go fast here, but I know I wouldn't be able to keep up with this. I've done this a few times. I'm going to log in here, DigiPi, digipi.org if you're interested in DigiPi, but this should work on anything. It is kind of CPU bound, so I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to cd git and cd mercury. All right, you would need to make this directory. Obviously, it's not there already, and then you can do a git clone, and then that URL we just copied out of the Rhizomatica, this code, this URL right there. And that'll check that out, and then you're going to do a make, all right? And you don't even have to do a make install. Then you're going to vi mercury.ini, and this is my mercury.ini, okay? You can mess with it all you want, but this is configured for an ICOM 7300, the radio model. All this stuff is here. You'll configure that for your radio. I have been messing with the sampling rate and failing, trying to get the CPU stuff to work right. It's been just kind of eh. Let's what I'm going to do, and this is at the advice of the Mercury guys, is run Mercury with a -W0. Okay, that gets rid of the waterfall FFT for fast Fourier transform CPU overhead. And I'm going to go back to DigiPi. I am going to start Pat Winlink client, which knows how to talk VARA HF. But we're not going to use VARA HF. I've never installed it. I'm going to turn off the node there because we don't want that going. I've never installed it because the license is unacceptable. As a software developer, that license restricts me from doing any reverse engineering. So to avoid any impropriety from proprietary software, I've never used VARA. Never could accept the license. All right, so Pat's running. We can click on Pat email here. Now in Pat, we're going to go action. Let's do a compose. I'm going to do an email to KM6LYW. Now this could be any email address or a call sign. And say, look, ma, email over Mercury. I'm going to say, hey, this is the entire email here. Now I did some paragraphs and it was hauling ass. You also notice over here on the radio, I've got an S8. S9 noise level from the power company here today. Thank you, PG&E. I'm just going to go ahead and post that. So that is in my outbox. Look, my email over Mercury. So that's in my outbox. Now we need to go back to the shell here and actually start Mercury. Mercury is started. It's like think of it as a modem. I can do action, connect. And I'm going to connect to a call sign called KO0OOO. No, it's not just a clever call sign. He actually has Mercury running. But for the transport, I'm going to select VARA HF, but it's not going to use VARA HF. It's going to use Mercury because the Mercury guys are so smart, so much smarter than the rest of us. They're like, well, just make the Mercury modem act like a VARA HF modem. So all client software suddenly can use Mercury if it's running. If Mercury is running, just tell it to use VARA HF. And here we go, at KO0OOO. We've got no other signal there other than P, the power company, and their unintentional transmitters. And I'm going to say connect. Come on, you can do it. Nothing. Transmitting. Receiving. Transmitting. Receiving. There he is. There he is. Hopefully the timing's right. All right, connected to K0000. This is the Mercury log. I don't have any debugging enabled, so we don't get to see the nitty-gritty details. Connected to K0000. This is my outbox. You know, negotiation takes a long time, right? I'm not sure why. Now we've got the mode, pure mode 22. Here it comes, the OFDM transmission right here. That's me. That's me. That's him. Looks like it shifted down because of the noise. It says local SNR 76. I don't know, that can't be good. You guys are learning with me. Here we are connecting to Validinano Accesso a Winlink CMS. KM6LIW connected to CMS. Let's see. He has a little memo up here. He says his motto is I pet cats, I read books, I know things. And the mode is a mechanical mystery wrapped in an oil leak. K0000, I like you already, and we haven't even met. This is fantastic. All right, we're transmitting. 0%. Out she goes. And it says transmitting look ma email over Mercury. I'm looking down here for the most part, you guys. You know, and if I zoom it in anymore, the fonts get all weird, so I apologize if it's funky. Come on, that was OFDM what you just heard. Orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. I don't know if he's getting it or not. Propagation. Oh, there goes. Pretty much 90% of the email. Propagation's horrible today. I'm looking at 96 solar flare index, a geomagnetic storm at 1.3, which actually isn't too bad. There you go. Nailed it. That's him. Can you believe I got that packet over that much noise? That's me transmitting. Disconnected. We sent the email. Great success. And now it's just doing some housekeeping. Let's see what's going on here. I did see a couple of flushing stale audios to catch up, which means our Pi 4 CPU is getting hammered. And I've already talked to the Rhizomatica guys, and they are all over it, which they gave us some cool options here. So they are working on it. But, you know, for a PC, this would be full blast. But we need to get this like running on a Pi 02 wireless. All right, that was it. Did we win? It says disconnected. Yeah, we just sent email over Mercury HF using the DigiPi, the Pat email, Winlink email client specifically. I've already reached out to those guys and asked them to implement the Mercury API natively, so we don't always have to use the VARA HF workaround. We'll see Mercury here in this menu, hopefully with the newer release of Pat, the Pat email client. Right on, this totally worked. Yeah, I'd really like to thank Richard C. Kulaga for hosting K0000 Mercury Winlink HF server. You, sir, are in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm over here next to Sacramento, so I don't know, what was our mileage here? I don't know. The long path was 24,000 miles. The distance was 366 miles. And I sent an email using a brand new protocol. OFDM has become open source. It is now available. So we're just going to fine tune that. So you guys don't all DOS K0000. Okay, I'm giving a little break. But do thank him for hosting a Mercury Winlink HF server. All right, guys. Hey, my name is Craig. Amateur radio call sign KM6LYW. I'm in California, and I'm clear.